So today I'm making some Bougie ice, you see here. Basically all I'm doing is just adding some rose petals, which my beautiful friend Gusha brought me from Turkey. These are just dried roses. They're very pretty. Smell great too. So I'm only going to use 2. Depending on the size of your container, you can use as many as you want. It's a very subtle flavor, so it doesn't really change the flavor. But ultimately, whatever you have, just make sure that it is organic and there aren't any chemicals on it and it's clean. So I'm just removing the stem part here, and you see this gorgeous little bud. You're just going to peel off outer layers like so. And it's good to just kind of crush it. So I'm only going to put the pink petals inside. I don't want the brown part. So when you start getting to about here, you can see that it's all brown. So you could just save that for some tea. So you're going to just take these pretty pink parts and add them to your ice cube tray. I'm using a leftover dumpling container. I had some little Korean dumplings that were in here. So I'm just using this to make ice. So I have another rose that I'm squishing up now. I'm going to put some petals in there and there. And this doesn't really take a lot of effort. You can put whatever you want, and even if you want to get fancy, you could put, instead of water, I'm putting water to make this ice. You could put like lemonade if you want, whatever you want. And I'm actually going to use one more, because I have a lot. It smells so good. So with the brown part that you're not going to use, you can just save it, put it back in this container and make tea, and then you just strain it later. So I have all the parts that I'm not using. Basically, I'm taking this, squeezing it like that, and then I'm just going to peel off the pink like that. Okay, so I'm just taking the pink parts here and adding them. I'm not going to put any of the brown or the green stems or anything like that. All right, so that's that. You can put as many as you want. Me personally, I mean, look how pretty. The more the merrier, but you can see this one has a little bit of the brown parts. So I went a little bit overboard. I wasn't as selective this time around. But if you want to use more, you can. Why not just use one more? All right, last one. So like I said, I'm going to recycle all of this. I'm going to put into some tea. So it's not going to go to waste because it came from Istanbul, and I'm really grateful. And I've been kind of holding on to it because I haven't really decided what I want to do with it, other than I've been making tea, which is pretty tasty. Very mild flavor, but I'm sure the more you put inside, the stronger the flavor. So let's just go ahead and put one last one. This is actually a good one. So you're just going to grab it right here and squeeze it. And that's going to make the stem come off right away. And then you're just going to roll parts that you want like that. And when you start getting to the brown part, you're just going to leave that brown part off. Okay, so now we have some really vibrant petals here. I'll give that guy one more. Okay, and then we just have some water. And that right there, you can put pretty much anything you want. Like if you had rosé, that'd be nice. You could put lemonade, water. I'm just using water today. So here we go. We're just gonna pour some water in there. And this will be good for a party or baby shower or something, but I will tell you that once the ice melts, you do get little pieces, but it's okay. They don't taste bad or anything, but you might get some stuck in your teeth. But ultimately, this is just a fun way to jazz up your ice. I call it bougie ice. So all I'm going to do is basically just add water to this ice cube tray and freeze it. Depending on your tray, you probably should freeze it overnight, but a couple hours is all it took for mine to freeze because I didn't fill them all the way. You see, I'm not filling it up all the way. I'm just going to leave a little bit of room. Okay, and then we're just going to freeze it. And if you want to, you can use a toothpick and kind of, move the petals around, but I don't think it's really necessary. I do have some more petals here. You see how some of the brown part got in there, but it's not a big deal. I'm just kind of using all the pink that I see, and it's really cute. Once this is all done and frozen, then you can use it in your cocktail. Like I said, you will get these little floaters, but it doesn't really taste like anything. I mean, it doesn't have a strong floral taste, so no matter what you use, it'll be very subtle. I think blueberries and lemonade would be really yummy. But that's it. That's the Bougie ice. You can see here what it's like when it's done. And this will be ready in a couple hours.